This is Shanghai, a city I planned to visit for 3 months but somehow stayed for 11 years. These are my top 9 places you absolutely need to experience, from let's say, a local.
我听到了，但是我不知道是从哪里来的。
So I didn't just visit these places, I studied them, returned to them, and dissected what makes them work. Out of hundreds of spots across the city, these 9 rose to the top, not for the usual reasons. Because here's what no travel guide will tell you. Shanghai's best experiences aren't just about what you see, it's about how they're designed to make you feel. From the Instagram perfect streets of the French Concession to the twisting structure of one of the world's tallest buildings, you're about to see Shanghai through a designer's eye. By the end, you won't just have a list. You'll understand the why behind the beauty. And speaking of extraordinary, I have 2 perfect hotels you really need to stay at when visiting Shanghai. I call them the coolest value hotels in the world. Let's start with number 1, and trust me, we're building to something unforgettable.
Alright, so this is probably the most dangerous thing you can do in Shanghai, but it's easily the most fun. Welcome to the Former French Concession. Sure, everyone knows about the European cafes and the boutique shopping. But here's what most people miss when they're busy taking selfies. The massive plane trees, they're not just random. French urban planners in the 1920s created this like a master chess game. Every single tree was strategically placed to form one continuous canopy across miles of streets. Think city-sized shade tents. But here's the genius part. While Bund screams, "Look at me," with skyscrapers, the French Concession whispers, narrow lanes, hidden courtyards, buildings that actually fit, humanness. It looks like they took a Parisian boulevard, shrunk it down to neighborhood size, and then wrapped it in the world's most elaborate tree fort. And one of my favorite things to do in Shanghai is to bike around the French Concession. There's these shared bikes, super cheap, massively available all over the streets. So if you come, you cannot miss this experience. So next time you're sipping coffee under those green tunnels, remember, you're sitting inside Shanghai's original masterclass in making a mega city feel, well, cozy. So what if I told you Shanghai hides buildings that are secretly half European, half Chinese? But here's the twist. You can't tell from the outside. Welcome to Xintiandi, where every building is basically architectural catfishing. These look like British townhouses, right? Wrong. Step inside and boom, traditional Chinese courtyards. It's like a design mullet. Business on the front, party in the back. These houses are called Skool houses. Think of them as architectural shapeshifters. Western facades, check. Internal Chinese courtyards, also check. But here's where it gets wild. Modern developers gutted the inside and crammed in sleek restaurants and bars of this 100-year-old shell. You're literally walking through a time sandwich. Historic street vibes on the outside, Instagram-worthy interiors on the inside. It's like wearing your grandpa's vintage jacket, but with AirPods under. The old bones stay, and the soul gets a complete recovery. This isn't just preservation, it's architectural time travel. You're experiencing 2 different eras at the same footstep. The question is, are you visiting the past and the future? I guess that's what happens when East meets West. Meet your credit card limit. This 500-year-old garden in Shanghai wasn't built to be nature. It was built to frame it. But here's what nobody tells you. Yew Garden from 1559 looks like your typical Chinese garden, right? Pavilions, ponds, that legendary 5-ton exquisite jade rock that's basically garden royalty. But the designers weren't just landscapers, they were social engineers. See, every pavilion is positioned like a picture frame. You sit inside and boom, perfectly curated views of rocks, waters, plants. Nature becomes art. Think Instagram, but with architecture. But here's the kicker. This wasn't meant to be a quiet meditation space. The Le Shou Tong Pavilion, that was party central. Performances, gatherings, social events, they literally designed nature for networking. So while everyone's taking photos of that famous rock, remember, you're standing in humanity's first social media platform. Every view was curated. Every gathering was content. Ancient Chinese garden designers? the original influencers.
If you love to travel, and especially if you love to indulge in amazing design when doing it, join my Skool Community. I put a link in the description below. I basically want to bring together anyone and everyone that appreciates beauty when they travel, to share what they've seen and experienced. It's completely free to join and it's super relaxed. So come get some ideas for your next trip, but also share a quick post about what you saw on your last trip so it can help others.
Shanghai's Bund isn't just pretty buildings. It's actually a secret architectural time machine that tourists completely miss. So everyone sees the waterfront. Colonial buildings on one side, futuristic Pudong towers on the other. Classic East meets West. Photo op, right? But here's what nobody tells you about those old buildings that aren't actually from the same era at all. Walking the Bund is like flipping through an architectural textbook. Beaux-Arts masterpiece, Renaissance revival gems. Each building represents a different decade of Shanghai's wild colonial period. It's not just one historic neighborhood. It's like 5 different European cities got smashed together on the street. Think of it as architectural layers, like a really expensive cake. But here's where it gets genius. At night, strategic lighting transforms everything. The designers spotlight every carved detail, every ornate corner. So while everyone's looking at those glowing Pudong skyscrapers across the river, the real magic is happening right under their noses. The Bund becomes this incredible contrast stage. Historic facades pop forward, modern towers shimmer behind. 2 different centuries have a staring contest across the Huangpu River. So next time you're there, forget the selfie stick. Just stand and watch the city argue with itself. This gorgeous Art Deco masterpiece in Shanghai was designed to kill millions of animals as efficiently as possible. 1933 Shanghai looks like a luxury hotel today. Trendy restaurants, Ferrari meetups, Instagram photo shoots. But here's what nobody tells you about those stunning spiral staircases. There were cattle highways to death. Every gorgeous detail served slaughter. Those romantic intertwining ramps, traffic control for cows. The thick hollow walls, temperature regulations for fresh meat. Even those beautiful lattice windows maximize airflow to clear the smell of blood. But then something wild happened. The British architects didn't just build a killing machine, they built art. They carved Art Deco flowers into columns, destined to echo with death screams. They positioned every single window facing west towards Buddhist paradise, believing that it would help cattle reincarnate faster. The result? 26 air bridges spiraling around a center core like an MC Escher fever dream. It's the only building of its kind left on Earth. Today, influencers pose where butchers once worked. Ferrari owners toast where cattle once bled. Beauty on brutality. Turns out the most gorgeous buildings have the darkest secrets. But sometimes that's exactly what makes them unforgettable.
My goal here is to document how I travel, which is understanding cities, their culture, and especially their beauty. When I visit, I don't just hit the tourist traps and eat food. Well, I do that too. I spend time researching the why behind the best spots in each city. If you like what I do, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. There are many more to come.
This abandoned textile factory became Shanghai's coolest art scene because of cheap rent. Welcome to M50 Shanghai, the answer to New York's Soho. But here's what nobody tells you about this industrial art paradise. Back in 2000, artist Xue Song wasn't looking to start an art revolution. He just needed a studio that he could actually afford. So he moved into this crumbling factory called Chunming Slum Mill. Concrete walls, broken windows, pure industrial chaos. But then something magical happened. Other artists saw what he was doing. Ding Yi, Zhou Tiehai, Wang Xingwei. One by one, they followed. Today, over 120 galleries and studios fill these converted warehouses. Think of it as urban archaeology, where machines made textiles, now artists weave dreams. The state still owns the buildings through Shangtex, but the artists, they own the soul of this place. From media collectives like Liu Dao to internationally known painters, this place proves the best art districts aren't planned. They're just really good accidents, waiting for the right rent price.
This shopping mall literally ate a mountain and turned it into architecture. But wait, there's something wild hidden beneath all those trees. Meet Shanghai's 1,000 Trees Complex, a building that looks like two forest-covered peaks crashed into the city. Designed by Heatherwick Studio, this isn't just greenwashing, it's structural genius. Here's the twist. Those aren't just decorative planters stuck on concrete. Those trees are the building. Each texture column is actually a living structural element. 1,000 trees and 250,000 plants literally growing out of the architecture itself. But then it gets better. This green mountain sits on an old industrial ruin site. So they kept the historic bones and wrapped them in living armor. And here's the kicker. One entire side features massive street art, creating this insane clash between nature and urban grit. So you've got forest meets factory meets graffiti gallery, all shopping for designer handbags. It's like Mother Nature decided to open a mall and hired the coolest architect on earth. Who says you can't buy happiness and oxygen in the same place?
I've stayed in over 30 hotels in Shanghai, but now I only go back to 2 of them. Wherever I go across China, I'm booking either G Hotel or ATour Hotel. Both are massive Chinese chains. You'll find them everywhere. Here's the thing you need to be aware of. Not every hotel in China has a license to accept foreigners, and the big international hotel brands can be pretty expensive. But these 2 Chinese brands, they've cracked the code. Let me show you why. I typically bounce between Xuhui and Jing'an districts on most of my visits. Comment below if you want me to break down each of Shanghai's districts so you know what's the best place for you. G Hotel feels like stepping into a modern tea ceremony. The entire vibe is ultra sleek Chinese minimalism. Wood, silk, warm tones. Every room comes with craft tea and an actual book about tea culture. The rooms are tiny, but the space design, chef's kiss. Everything has a purpose, nothing wasted. A tour hotel has a bit more edge, though still modern sleek. You walk into the lobby and it's textural heaven. Wood, stucco, light play. They have a lounge with free snacks, like near full continental breakfast, for free, all day. They also have a gym, which is shockingly rare in China. The guest rooms like G Hotel are sleek, functional, and highly efficient. So yeah, both hotel brands doubled down on design back in the mid-2000s and have become the coolest value hotels in the world. Both respect your wallet. Both are designed to make people notice. Maybe this is where China's EV industry took notes from. I don't stay anywhere else anymore. Why would I?
This tower was built from ancient poetry. But here's what you probably didn't know. It's literally sitting on quicksand. So everyone thinks the Shanghai Oriental Pearl Tower is just another futuristic TV antenna. Those spheres, random sci-fi, right? Wrong. The architect literally took a 1,200-year-old Tang Dynasty poem and turned it into steel and glass. The poem describes large and small pearls dropping onto a jade plate. So those aren't just random spheres, they're pearls. The red glass? Well, that's the jade plate. Ancient poetry meets space-age engineering. Mind blown. But here's where it gets crazy. This 468-meter tower is built on Shanghai's notoriously soft soil, basically marshland. So how does it stand? They drove 83 concrete pillars 94 feet deep into bedrock. It's like building a skyscraper on a bowl of pudding with really long chopsticks. The foundation alone weighs more than the Statue of Liberty. Also, ancient Chinese poetry could touch the clouds of a modern Shanghai. Sometimes the most futuristic buildings have the oldest souls.
What if I told you China's tallest building is secretly breaking every skyscraper rule? The Shanghai Tower isn't just tall, it's twisted.
So most people see 632 meters of glass and steel, record-breaking elevators, stunning views. But there's one thing they're missing. This building is actually spinning its way to the top. Why would architects make a skyscraper, well, spiral? It's all about that double-layered glass skin. Think of it like a tornado, but in reverse. Instead of destroying everything in its path, this twisted facade deflects wind, reduces energy by 21%. Genius move.
Seeing that it's the 3rd tallest building in the world, everyone wants a piece of the action.
Everyone stops in the corner to take photos.
But here's the real plot twist. Inside, they ditched the typical concrete jungle approach. Instead of one of those massive tubes, they created 9 separate worlds, floating gardens, coffee shops, art galleries. It's like they're stacked 9 different neighborhoods on top of each other. So while everyone's taking selfies at the observation deck, you're missing the real magic. This isn't just a building, it's a vertical city, wrapped in a tornado-proof glass shell. Sometimes the best design secrets are hiding in plain sight, 2,000 feet up.
If you made it this far into the video, thanks for sticking around. Check out my playlist to know other cities I've been to, as well as these 2 right here. Perhaps they can help you on your next visit. I'm always traveling and posting new videos. Thanks again, and remember to notice all that's aesthetic when you're wandering the world.